The following audio was recorded on Wednesday, the 31st of October, 2001. The broadcast was investigated by the Metropolitan Police after a series of unexplained events. Their file remains open to this day. All copyrighted music from the original broadcast has been removed. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Manc Union here on 95.6 FM, broadcasting live from Manchester. That's Manchester, England, not Manchester in New Hampshire, USA. In case anyone from across the pond might be tuning in, I wish I was there. I am Brian Barnes, here with you throughout the appropriately called Graveyard Shift. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is October the 31st, it is Halloween, and we've got a very spooky show for you tonight. Listen to that, we've spared no expense on production value tonight, as you can tell. If you've been listening over the last few weeks, you'll know we've been asking our listeners to email us in with their very own ghost stories. So any creepy encounters of the paranormal kind that you might have had, we've asked you to email in. They've been flooding in. Well, we've had a couple. I'll be reading some of those out for you tonight throughout the show. Everyone who's emailed in will get one of our Manc Union radio t-shirts. That goes for anyone who wants to give us a call tonight. The competition is still open until the end of the show. So do give us a call and please keep it clean. We're a family show and we're going out live and I don't want to get in any trouble. On top of the Halloween festivities, we've got the usual local news and weather, but we'll kick off the party tonight with a classic. This is Ray Parker Jr. You know the one. I can't believe that was released in 1984. Makes me feel like a ghost. What an absolute banger that is though. We love it. I'll just tell you this while it's on my mind. While that last song was on, I just blew. And I looked out the window and there was a little lad down there across the car park. He was stood on his own, dressed up in white. I think he had like a skeleton mask on. And you know, I saw him down there and my heart broke for him. Because he was out by himself at this time. I had a look on my way back and he's gone now anyway, but just please be careful. It's a bit late for trick-or-treating now anyway, but just in case, please do be careful out there. If you're knocking on doors, and it's better to be safe than sorry. Always go in groups if you can. And anyway, on that note, you are tuned in to 95.6 The Manc Union with me, Brian Barnes. And it's our Halloween special. I tell you what, I do love that jingle. I'm going to be playing that all night. Which is good for you, because the more I play that, the less you have to listen to me going on, don't you? So that's good news for you. Anyway, got our first prize winner for the evening, a listener all the way from sunny Norfolk. Thank you, James. He's emailed in to tell us about a ghostly smuggler down in Haysborough. I think that's right. Apparently, a few hundred years ago, some local fishermen saw what they believed to be a ghost walking out of the sea every night with its head hanging off, dangling down its back. It would walk across the beach to the dunes and then jump down a well. When they informed the authorities of these suspicious goings-on, James's words, not my own, they dug up the well and found the torso of a dead smuggler and a sack containing his head and legs. Well, that's a bit grim, isn't it? But if it didn't have any legs, how did it get to walk back and forth every night to this well? I don't know, James, I don't know. But it was a great story, very much in keeping with the theme of the evening. So thank you for getting in touch and for tuning in. We'll get a t-shirt out to you in the post ASAP. I'm Brian Barnes. You're listening to the Manc Union 95.6 FM. This is Wacko Jacko with Thriller. Hello and welcome back to the Manc Union 95.6 FM. I am Brian Barnes. It is Halloween. Right now we're going over to our first caller of the evening to tell us about a spooky experience of their very own. Okay, caller, we've not managed to get your name this time. How are you doing tonight? Oof, that's a very bad line. Sorry about that, caller. It's too bad we can't have you on right now. We'll have to give this one up for now. So do try us again in a little bit later on, and we'll see if we can't get you back for your story. I hope you can hear me. We've got time for one more call, and then we'll have to go over to Carl with the weather. Let's hope this one goes a little bit better. Can you hear me, Jackie?
Hiya, Brian.
Jackie, my love, welcome to the show. Apparently you've had, you called it a visitation on your email.
Yeah, that's right.
And I guess you weren't talking about the postman.
What postman?
Tell us about your ghost, Jackie.
Well, when I was about 12, me and my friend, we used to go out to this old pond to play near us, around the back of our street. We were told to stay away from it because a young boy had drowned there years ago, but nobody knew his name. I think it was just something the parents used to tell us, to keep us away so we didn't fall in.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But one day we went and stood on the bank, and in the middle of the water we could see a little boy right out on the water.
Oh, are you kidding? What? And there was no one else about?
Only us, Brian.
So you two and just a little boy, what, you think he must have been a ghost on the water?
And the ghost of a little girl was there as well.
What, so there were two ghosts?
I think so, Brian, yeah. A little boy and a little girl.
And your friend that you went with, was that a boy or a girl?
He was a boy, he was called Tom.
So you and your friend, who were a little boy and a little girl at the time, you went to a pond and you saw the ghost of a little boy and a little girl appearing on the water?
That's right.
So how did these ghosts look, compared to like a real person? I'm thinking almost like a reflection type of image.
Yeah, it looked like they could have been reflected. It was so weird how they appeared just like that out of nowhere.
And you and your friend, you were stood, what? I guess you were stood on the bank, and was it a bit raised up? Were you sort of looking down over the water?
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds terrifying. Alright, Jackie, thanks for calling. We'll get your t-shirt out in the post. We're now going over to Carl for the traffic news. Carl, how is it looking out in Manchester tonight?
Hello Brian, and happy Halloween to you. Thankfully we have not had any zombies or anything like that out on the road tonight, but traffic is quite backed up around the city centre.
As usual.
Yeah, as usual. Apparently there's been...
Carl, are you there? Can you hear me? Gone. I'm sorry about that, folks. It seems we are having some gremlins tonight. It's to be expected, I suppose, being what the night is and everything. We'll try and get Carl back on with an update, but it sounds like driving around the city centre right now is best to be avoided. Let's crack on now with our Halloween party. Take a look out your window, see if you can spot any broom flying past. It's Donovan with Season of the Witch. Honestly, I cannot get enough of that jingle. We're back and we're live in Manchester. You're listening to Manc Union on 95.6 FM. I am Brian Barnes. We've lost Carl. I can't believe we've lost Carl. I've tried to get him back on, but there must be the phone lines down or something. He's not in our studio, so he does the update from the other side of town. I think there might be some kind of electrical problem in the studio tonight, because a couple of things have gone on fritz, so to speak. I just went to microwave my coffee to see me through the next hour or so, as it is the graveyard shift. But it's come out stone cold, so something's not quite right there. And I've just noticed that the lights in the corridor outside have gone off as well. But for so far we're fine. We'll soldier on and keep you company throughout this Halloween night. Now then, I've got a couple of shout outs for you faithful listeners. Big thanks for keeping me company tonight. We've had a couple of messages in from listeners just to say hello. Now I'm pretty sure these are not all your real names, or at least I hope they're not. But here we go. Hello to Natalie down in Wales, Keisha, Stevens Allsorts, The Bogs, Hidden Gem Hunt, Cerise Death, Lady Spookaria, Half Troll over in Burnley, Insidious Nebula. Come on now, where are you lot getting all these names from? I feel like I'm at a comic convention. The Chapmans, right here in Manchester. I could wave to you out the window, you're that close. Anyway, that's the shout outs for now. We've got that caller back from before, I think, so I'll have another go at that. I've still not caught your name, but hello caller, you're on. Can you hear me? Hello, you've got through to the radio. You're on 95.6 FM, the Manc Union. I'm Brian. Can you hear me?
Brian, do.
Yes! Hallelujah. It's Brian here on the Manc Union. How are you tonight?
Don't, because it won't work.
Okay, you've foxed me now. What won't work?
Brian, wait, please.
Well, I don't know what that was all about, but if their night's going anything like mine, they've got some gremlins as well. I can tell you now. Speaking of gremlins, no Halloween party would be complete without this classic. It's the Monster Mash. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Manc Union on 95.6 FM. I hope your night's going well. It can only be going better than mine. I tell you now, it's absolutely freezing in this studio all of a sudden. I think the heating must have gone off. So, listeners, if anyone could drop by with a hot water bottle, that would be appreciated. In the meantime, I've got my coat on. I can't even make a brew because the microwave's gone off. One thing that is working is our phone lines. And we've got John on the line from Prestwich. And he's going to tell us a ghost story.
Hello, Brian. Yes, that's right. I've got something really, really scary for you.
Great stuff, great stuff. That's what we like to hear. Off you go.
This story actually took place on a Halloween night, just like this one, many years ago. There were two little boys who found a secret place near where they lived. Nobody had gone down there in the dark for a long time. But the boys wanted to give each other a good scare, so they dared each other to go. They found a way in and made their way down into the blackness.
Just hold on, what did you say your name was again?
They got their board and candle out and started asking questions. Questions they should have left alone.
This is, we're going to have to stop you there, because we're running out of time.
It was when they got something's attention that one of the boys ran away and left his friend alone in the dark.
Just stop talking. Who the hell is this? Okay, got some more music for you, listeners. It's Beyonce. No, it's not. It's not Beyonce. Here we go. It's Tim Capello. I Still Believe. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Beyonce. No, it wasn't. Why do I keep messing that up? It was Tim Capello with that song from the Lost Boys. If you were listening in before, I'd just like to apologise. Our last caller obviously thought it would be funny to have a bit of a joke. It is Halloween, so we'll forgive him, won't we? Because that's what we do. That's what we'd like, isn't it? To be forgiven for our mistakes. So we'll forgive that caller for their prank if you're still listening out there. I'm just looking down at the at the display, it looks like we've actually got another caller coming through. I don't think we need any more scary stories, but I'll take this last one, and then listeners, what I'll do, our phone lines will be going off, and you can enjoy the rest of the night with some great music and no talking. Go ahead, call. You're on the air. You're on 95.6.
Boys, and their toys.
Okay, it seems like we haven't got rid of our prankster, but that's the end of it now. I'm not answering any more calls. Would you believe it? Listeners, he's calling back right now. I'm going to have to go and deal with this. Okay, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Here's some music for you. Okay, dickhead, you need to stop ringing the show right now. It's not funny.
Brian, it's Mike Hill from the station. What the bloody hell's happening over there?
Oh shit. How have I done that? What did I press? Mr. Hill, oh, thank God you've called back. I'm so sorry about that.
Brian, don't.
Oh, what?
Don't, because it won't work. Brian, you can't let go, it won't work. Brian, wait, please. Brian, come back, there's something here. I can't see. Please, come back. I can't see.
Who is this? Who is this? Why are you tormenting me like this? How do you know about this?
It's been 30 years, Brian,
Oh no.
since you played with that spirit board. Do you remember what I said I'd do in 30 years' time? Do you remember what I said I would do to you in 30 years as you ran away and left Josh down there in the dark?
You said you'd come back and scare me to death. To death.
You remember. He's been lonely down there, so I let him out for the night.
No.
He's coming to get you. Have a look out the door into that dark corridor. He's waiting for you. Have a look.